Hi everyone, I am Nidhi Manchanda, Head of Training and Development at Financial Hospital. Filing returns is one of the most crucial aspects when we talk about tax planning. And this year, because of COVID-19, ITR filing date has been extended twice. So if you are someone who has still not filed your ITR, then now is the time to do so. And the last date to file your returns for financial year 19-20, that is assessment year 2021, is 31st December 2020. It is mandatory to file your ITR if your gross income is above the basic exemption limit. Now, what is this basic exemption limit? It depends upon your age. So if you are below 60 years of age, your basic exemption limit is 2,50,000. If you are a senior citizen above 60 years of age and below 80 years of age, then the basic exemption limit is 3 lakhs. And if you are a super senior citizen who is 80 years plus, then your basic exemption limit is 5 lakhs. If your gross income is above the basic exemption limit, then it is mandatory for you to file your tax return. And not only this, even if you are going to apply for a loan or a visa, then having an ITR filed is mandatory. So it is important that you file your return. Most common query that we get is which ITR form to use while filing your ITR returns. So it is very important to understand that which ITR form is applicable to you. In this video, we'll see exactly that. We'll see different ITR forms and you will understand and get to know that which ITR form will be applicable for you. So let's start and see these ITR forms. There are 7 ITR forms: ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3, ITR 4, ITR 5, ITR 6 and ITR 7. So it becomes confusing to understand that which one is applicable for you. So now let's see some scenarios. For example, you are a person who is a resident individual earning an income which is from either salary or one house property, or you have an income through agriculture which is below 5,000 rupees, or you have an income from other sources, for example interest income. In that case, ITR 1 will be applicable for you. Also, please note that in order to use ITR 1 form, your total income should not exceed 50 lakhs. So your total income should be below 50 lakhs only. Then only you can use ITR 1. And another point to note is if you are a director of a company or you have already invested in unlisted shares of a company, you cannot use ITR 1. Now you must be wondering that what if I have an income which is not from salary, or I have income from 2 house properties, or I have capital gain income as well, or the entire income that you have, the total income is exceeding 50 lakhs, then what should I do? In that case, you will be opting for ITR 2 and not ITR 1. ITR 2 is applicable for individuals. It is also applicable for HUFs. Also, if you are an NRI, you can use ITR 2. But ITR 1 was only applicable for resident individuals, which are not ordinarily resident. But in ITR 2, all the residential status are considered. Now let us see which incomes are applicable in ITR 2. So the incomes which are applicable in ITR 1, that is already there. So your salary income, your house property income. But in this case, house property of more than 1 is also included. So if you have house property income from 2 or more properties, you can use ITR 2. If you have capital gain income, you can use ITR 2. Also, if you have agricultural income which is more than 5,000, you can use ITR 2. Overall, your total income should be exceeding 50 lakhs, then you can use ITR 2. I hope it is clear when to use ITR 2 form. If you have business income, then you cannot use ITR 1 or ITR 2. Then what should you use? Then your answer is ITR 3. Yes. If you have a business income, you can use ITR 3 form, that is specifically for business income. You can even use ITR 3 form if you have a commission income. So if that commission income is a major part of your income, it's a major source of your income, in that case you use ITR 3. Now let us move on to the next form, which is ITR 4. Now, ITR 4 is also applicable for business income, but in this case, only you are following presumptive taxation. If you are not following presumptive taxation, you should go for ITR 3 itself. ITR 4 is applicable for individuals, HUFs and firms other than LLP. The condition to use ITR 4 is that your income should not be more than 50 lakhs. And like I said, if you are using presumptive taxation under section 44 AD, 44 AE or 44 ADA, in that case you can use ITR form easily. And compared to ITR 3 form, ITR 4 is comparatively a simple form to fill in. Now we are left with 3 more forms, which is ITR 5, ITR 6 and ITR 7. All these 3 forms are not for individuals. So if you are an individual, you can totally skip it. These 3 forms are for firms and companies and trusts. So just to give you an idea, ITR 5 is for firms, limited liability partnerships, association of persons, body of individuals. ITR 6 on the other hand is for companies and ITR 7 is for trust. Now that you are aware of 7 different ITR forms and which ITR form you should select, you should not wait any further and file your tax returns as soon as possible. The last date is 31st December 2020, but you should not be waiting till the last moment. File your ITR returns now. For any further query, feel free to get in touch with one of our tax experts who can help you file your tax returns and make this entire process easy for you.